Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues. Everton have beaten West Ham United 1-0 courtesy of an excellent Dominic Calvert-Lewin goal. Just before we get into this match reaction, if you can like, comment, subscribe, trying to get to 800 subs, so let's get there. Right, I've tried to do that introduction about a million times and I've just messed my words up. So, as you can tell, I'm in pyjamas and whatnot. I haven't really, I was out last night, bit hungover, and yeah, I can't get my words straight. And also the Manchester Derby's on as well, so my eyes keep flickering to that. But listen, none of that's important. What is important is Everton got another win away from home, which is unbelievable. It's something us Everton fans haven't been used to for a number of years. Yeah, I said in the match preview, the previews before away games that we played really well away from home. We've done reasonably good in terms of results as well, which is something that we're not that was something not used to. And the credit goes to Sean Dyche. You know what I mean? He's setting up the team well, setting us hard to beat, which I'm assuming every other manager's tried to do in recent years. But obviously his tactics and formations are working. And it's apparent on the field that every player knows their job, their role. We're not panicking if we concede a goal. Normally we used to concede a flurry of goals after that, or just have a real bad time in a game where we're kind of just like making life harder for ourselves. And I just don't think that's been the case recently. Obviously with the results as well. Even the Liverpool game, I'll say we're very unlucky to not get anything from that game, despite the lack of attacking display we had on that day. But I just think today, defensively, brilliant. Again, answered to every West Ham chance. They barely had a chance in the game, and when they did, possibly they could have been better, but they never. I wouldn't say it was, apart from one maybe, a lot of them really wasn't to do with West Ham cutting through us. I feel like it was sometimes a luck of a bounce, a deflection from one of our players going to one of their players for them to have a chance. Barring from one chance with Bowen in the first half, with Paqueta did lovely skill to go past Patson and cross it in, and him to completely scuff his shot, which is unusual for Jared Bowen. We didn't really get troubled that much. I thought every defensive player, all the midfielders did a good job. We had it was a quiet first half with limited chances, but like I said, West Ham had a very good chance with the Jared Bowen. One was just the first, it was in around 30 something minutes, it was their first real opportunity of the game. But we had a couple of chances ourselves, which we should have done a lot better with. Harrison, Everton winning the ball in midfield. Harrison runs through. He's got Decore on his right. I think Dominic Calvert on his left, which was not the option to go for. Decore was definitely the option to go for. And sometimes you can praise a player to be, it's a sign of confidence that he'll take it on himself. But it wasn't great. Completely just scuffed his shot straight to the keeper. And like I said, Decore was on his own on the right, and with Decore's ability to finish, or to at least maybe even get an assist as well, it would have been massively the better option. And then he had another chance again when he's breaking through. The ball falling at the edge of the box, and he just completely blazes it over the bar, and should have done a lot better with his left foot, because we know what he can do with it. And yeah, really nothing in the first half, but yeah, also at the start of the game, a lovely tribute. I actually missed it because I actually missed the first 10 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I missed everything because I fell asleep. I I was asleep. Um, so I'm kind of gutted I didn't see it, but I'll probably find it somewhere, a clip of it. Um, but I seen pictures of David Moyes with a set of flowers, um, and Sean Dyche. Yeah, really sad. I said a fitting way for the next game for Everton is to be against David Moyes, who obviously we all know we had a great partnership with Bill Kenwright for 11 years or so. Um, but yeah, just a first half of not much going on. Um, I don't know if it's in the first half. I think like there was obviously a little fight break out as well. Um, I think Mohamed Kudus fell over too easily or whatnot. And Tarkowski just told him to get off or told him straight. I know, I think he kind of just like shoved him out the way. I think Kudus was holding on to him. Pickford got involved. Um, yeah, subsequently then, Pickford and Kudus gets booked. Second half, yeah, I wouldn't say much more from West Ham. Um, yeah, I wouldn't even say much more from West Ham. It was kind of just a real passive game for West Ham. I feel like they found it hard to break through the lines. We just set off really, really well, hard to beat. As Sean Dyche would have wanted us to go into the second half level, at least. Like against Liverpool, I said, hard to break down. For Branthwaite's excellence against today, man of the match to me. For Mikalenko again, you can't fault him passing at a decent game. Tarkowski, solid as normal. Yeah, everyone did a job, and defensively and even in midfield, and Arna just pressing, being a bit more, showing more of his physical presence, putting more use to it. Decore obviously a threat on the break. Garner did all right as well. Just did a job out there. So the wingers, I thought Harrison, I mean, he was best in the first half because of the chances he had, but he wasted them. So, but I thought McNeil was really quiet in the first half, but off the ball, obviously pressing as always. I thought McNeil was better in the second. But yeah, West Ham had a couple of chances, which listen, it could have been very different if they put them away. But they didn't. Kudus had a chance. Pickford made himself big. But it was offside anyway. Still a great save by Pickford. I think Alvarez, had a shot, but it was supposed to be a cross. Pickford tipped it over. Bowen had a chance, headed it over. Ben Rama came on. Had a great volley. Pickford saved. Yeah, I can't recall anymore. I mean, there are a number of chances, but I'd say actually none of them really. Nothing really. Obviously the Kudus one was offside, so you can't really count as a chance because it was offside. He was definitely offside by a yard or so. Ben Rama was a good hit, but it's a half a chance, and it's not like a massive one. I think Bowen had one as well. Actually, Bowen was probably even closer to the goal, and but if it's still with a hard angle, but blazes it over the bar. You expect better from him. If they was on form today and both of them had their chances like that, then could have ended very differently. But for West Ham were quite poor, to be honest. I think Paqueta really struggled to get into the game as well. Didn't really get the freedom he would want. And I think that showed in the first half, and Patterson obviously closing down very quickly. But obviously Paqueta is a very good player and lobbed the ball over them and created a chance. It's one of them players you just can't... you don't know what to expect from him because he could be poor, but he could produce something like that. And that could have obviously resulted in a goal and West Ham being 1-0 up. But yeah, in the middle of all them chances, Everton had a break. Linking up with the Corey, Calvert-Lewin. I think McNeil got involved in as well, I'm not too sure, but it comes back to Calvert-Lewin. beautiful first touch to get away from the defender or two, and then hits it low on the opposite direction he was going in, and it was a great finish right in the bottom corner. Um, yeah, fantastic. A fantastic goal. Um, yeah, just a fantastic goal. Um, Something weird down the Carver. Probably, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm getting really distracted with the United game because so much is going on. Just an absolute wonderful goal. To be honest, I don't think I'm giving the credit enough. That I think it's one of the best Dominic Calvert-Lewin goals in terms of just a real quality goal from a striker's perspective. Um, that's all you want from a striker. We know a lot of Calvert-Lewin's threats are in the air. His aerial ability is being there at the right time in the box. But that's a real striker's finish and real striker's goal, and yeah, brilliant. And then like I said, all them chances as well. But I just thought, and Decore as well. To be honest, we could have gone 2-0 up. Decore, I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin wins in the air. Brilliant in the air today. Won most of his headers. Comes through to Decore, right through the middle, on his own. I think it's Areola, the goalkeeper, backing up. And I understand why he took the shot early in a sense. I think he could have took another touch, but I can understand why he hit it early to get over the goalkeeper. But to me, the goal, he should have hit it over the goalkeeper. He should have chipped it. He should have side footed it. Tried to make the goalkeeper work from running back. Maybe he's thinking as well, an element of surprise of hitting it low. Maybe he won't get down that quick. But it was a really good save regardless. But it was a massive chance, and we could have rued it, but we didn't. We came out with the win. Everyone did a job today. Chamiti come on as well, which I questioned at first, and then I understood. It was only our only substitution of the game. He's a very similar profile in the sense to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, so it made sense for him to come on and try and just win some aerial battles and just work hard and just make sure that West Ham are not relaxed or having much time on the ball in their half to progress the ball up the field and potentially get an equaliser, which they didn't, and we came out with the win, and it's an absolute unbelievable result. Yeah, just fantastic. I thought that Dominic Calvert-Lewin played really well when he got his moments. His link-up play was really good. It's so nice to see him playing a lot more games. I've never really, I'm not one of the. I've just fuming in the past with Dominic Calvert-Lewin getting injured all the time, but it's obviously not his fault. No player wants to keep getting injured. You can talk about his life and stuff and his what he does outside of football, but you don't want to be injured for them occasions as well, and just for general in life, you don't want to be getting injured all the time. So he's obviously not. It's obviously something he's not wanted, and we've took our time, and hopefully this season we can get a lot more games out of him. But yeah, I thought he was great today. It was nice, again to see us. It makes such a difference to our team having a striker, we can kick the ball up to and have that threat in behind. And he's showcasing a lot more attributes and skills that I didn't know he particularly had or was really good at. It shows that he's improving. And he's getting rewarded, and I think it's 3 or 4 Premier League goals now he scored this season. It's a real good return for a player who hasn't had much football in the past 12 months. So, yeah, onwards and upwards. 10 points now out of 10 games. 3 wins out of 10. I think it's 1 draw and then 6 defeats. Obviously things could have been better. It could have been massively better, to be honest with you. Just them two keep rooting back to them, but it's with all this talk about the 12-point deduction. Them 2 wins at home against Wolves and Luton could have been massive for us. Could have been massive. It would have been on 16 points now, but I can't go back thinking and talking about that. At the end of the day, it's happened. we move on. If you'd have told me we would have lost at Luton, home to Luton and Wolves, but beating Brentford and West Ham away, then you're gonna have to take it, haven't you? And you wouldn't have probably expected it. You would have probably expected it to be the other way round. We've got to get down our heads. That's a positive that we've won a home game now. We really played well home against Bournemouth, and we've won away games as well. So if we can get that balance this season, where we're not completely struggling from home and away, then we're gonna have a decent season and hopefully finish a bit away from the relegation places, and we don't have to be getting stressed every week before the game. So, yeah, it's a not bad start. It's a not a bad start to the season. It isn't the worst. Yeah, I mean we're on course at the moment for 38 points. But yeah, it's I think the team's improving, as you can see. I just can't help myself but feeling a bit stressed still with the 12-point deduction possibility. We don't know when that comes into play as well, but you can't help but feel a bit more positive about the way this team's performing and whatnot. So every player's doing a job. There's players coming back from injury. We did it for Bill. I'll say today as well. We did it for Bill. Yeah, onwards and upwards. I don't look it, but I'm just like kind of processing everything which has happened today, and also there's also out of football. Rivals aside, Luis Diaz. Heard last night about his parents have been kidnapped in Colombia. Hopefully they come back home safe to him. Awful news. No one should ever have to go through something like that. And Chandler Biggs as well, aka Matthew Perry. Devastating news that he passed away last night. Big watcher, a big fan of Friends. And we've lost we've lost a friend of Bill Kenwright, and the world has lost a friend of Matthew Perry. Been a tough week with a lot of news stories about stuff like that. But we've got the 3 points, a massive win, something positive for the change, and yeah, we move on. We've got Burnley in the cup next, which I'm trying to go to, but it's sold out. I wasn't too sure if it's going to go, but I want to go, but it's sold out. If there's any resale tickets, I'll go and get some. And then we play Brighton at home, which is obviously a tough game, but they've just drew against Fulham at home, so they're not in the best of form, but I do feel like Europe is affecting them. But I don't even know if they're in the cup as well, so they might have a week off. I don't really know. But we're going to have to see. It's a big game now. Can't really predict it, to be honest, because Brighton are a bit up and down this season, but they're still a quality side. But yeah, we've won. Fantastic result. Absolutely buzzing. Haven't won many games against West Ham in recent years, so it's great to get a win. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all for the match preview for Burnley on. I'll probably do it tomorrow. But yeah, see you all soon.